Hello, everybody. Here we are. Here I am. And I hope to be joined by some of you fairly soon on what is a very cold, but at least sunny-ish. I can see a few clouds starting to gather now, but let's hope they're not bringing the snow showers that we had yesterday. How bonkers was yesterday? All four seasons in the space of just a few hours. So it really was quite mad here. Although I've seen some photos from the lovely Caroline Palmy, who some of you may remember from the International Introvert Week that we had not long ago. And she lives in Switzerland, and they've had loads of snow. So if we think we've got it here, bad here, no, they've got loads of snow again there. So good morning, Carrie. Lovely to see you. Carrie's joining from Minnesota, where I guess you've still got snow. Have you, Carrie? Let me know whether you've still got snow there. I've got so many plants and things that I'm waiting to get out into the garden, but I daren't until the danger of frost has gone. And certainly the last couple of mornings, it's been below freezing. So I've got some lovely clematis that I'm bringing on that need to go out soon. They're getting really leggy. I'm debating whether to kind of cut the tips out of them, nip the tips out of them. And I've got azalea waiting to be potted up. They'll probably be okay, but I'd rather wait for their first time. Oh, let me just share what Carrie said. No snow, but have ice out day on the lake yesterday. Temps in the 60s. I don't know what ice out day is, Carrie, but it sounds like, is that when the lake freezes over and you get to skate on it or walk on it or something? I hope so. That would be terribly exciting, wouldn't it? Yeah, really interesting. So I am waiting for the weather to warm up a bit, and it's still only early April. And as we say over here in the UK, April showers, and they certainly have been that. Although I would have expected them to be more rain showers than sleet and snow, but hey. Oh, the day there's no ice. Ah, I see, ice out day. Right, I've got it. So it's the day that the ice finally leaves the lake. Well, that's a day to be marked, I guess, isn't it, in some ways? So what's been going on for me, and where might you have seen me or not recently? It's been a interesting and exciting time. I did take some time out. We've just had the long Easter weekend here. So I have taken some time out, and I managed to hardly turn my computer on Sunday. I did turn it on a little bit and didn't turn it on at all yesterday. So I had to do a bit of work, but not too much. And that just gave me a chance to kind of completely rest and relax, which, bearing in mind we are in Stress Awareness Month, I think it's really important that we take time out to rest and relax. So because it's Stress Awareness Month, for those of you on my mailing list, I'll be in the next 30 minutes probably, there'll be an email coming out to you to share what I'm going to be doing during Stress Awareness Month. Thanks for put the heart there. I appreciate that. I can't see, so I don't know. Oh, it's Angela Smith. Hello, Angela. Nice to see you. Yes, so Stress Awareness Month. All 5 episodes of my podcast this month have, and you'll read this in the email, have a stress theme to them. Started out by, do you remember me saying last week that Introvert Emerging was probably the right thing to start launching again? And some of that was based on the fact that actually some introverts are not looking forward to going back into the workplace. So launching Introvert Emerging program, which starts next Wednesday. I'm deliberately keeping the numbers small because I think that's how we as introverts probably get the best work done. But all 5 of my podcast episodes have a theme of stress. Not that I want people to feel stressed, exactly the opposite. But I think during Stress Awareness Month, it's really worth us just paying attention to how our bodies and our minds send us these little signals that we've got too much going on. So stress, as we know, is really just when the demands placed on us outweigh our ability to cope. And it's through our thoughts, our emotions, our behavior, and the way our body physiologically responds that we get these signals that we're stressed. But sometimes that's when we can kind of go into superhuman drive and say, oh, it's all right, I can cope, I can keep going, I can keep going. Well, we know that the body is really clever. If you try and keep going for too long, it will say, had enough, had enough. So the first episode, which launched on Thursday, was about why we can kind of feel a bit stressed when it comes to emerging and why that program might be a good idea. The second episode, which is going to be launching this Thursday, is about how it shows up in our behavior and what we can do, because it's such an important signal to pay attention to, that our body is trying to say through our behavior, there's something not right here. Then next week, the episode is going to be all about if talking is good. So the old saying, there was an advert here in the UK for the telephone company I used to work for, actually BT, which was, the phrase was, it's good to talk. And we know that that's true when it comes to stress. And yet, as introverts, we know that what we tend to do is isolate more and get very particular about who we share with and who we talk with. So in that episode that's going to be releasing next week, we're going to be talking about how to develop trust so that you can start talking to people, so that you can share some of this, because it's honestly one of the best ways to move through stress. Then episode 4 on the 22nd, my birthday, is going to be about how we hold the space for others when we notice that they're stressed. And then episode 5, I am so excited about this. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Sorry, I should warn you, I've got hay fever already. I think it's tree pollen. Excuse me. I was trying to mute in time, but I couldn't quite mute in time. So sorry. Episode 5, which releases at the end of April the 29th. I'm so excited because I have a guest that I'm featuring, Andy Elwood, who is a men's mental health specialist, and he's fully qualified and trained in mental health first aid. And it's such an important area. So I'm thrilled to bits that Andy is going to be joining me for podcast episode number 5 of Stress Awareness Month. So there's an awful lot that I intend to be doing during this month to support people who may be getting a bit nervous about re-entering the workplace. A lot of people are expecting the kind of, the COVID numbers to go up again once we start getting back into the workplace. And I think it's a time for us to really reset the perceptions that people have of us, so we can put in place some new boundaries and really start to defend those boundaries really well. So I think there's a lot we can do to look after ourselves during this time where stress is increasing. The numbers are horrific. If you follow those kind of statistics, it's really getting quite scary. So I'm all about what can we do to help and support each other through this. And one of my big messages is you're not on your own. I'm always here. If you need to pop me a message, if you need to put a post in Introvert's Corner, just to say I'm struggling with something and I don't particularly want to talk about it, I just want you to know I'm struggling, then that's absolutely fine. And I'm here for you. I've experienced some tricky times in the past. My husband is currently going through a bit of a tricky time when it comes to his mental health. And we have family members as well who are experiencing kind of difficulty at the moment. There is no shame in this. And we're going, we are in ridiculous times at the moment. So do whatever you can in order to keep your mental health as good as it can be, and talk and share and do whatever you need to do. So I think I'm going to leave it there for today. And just remember that I'm always here. And you can pop me a message, you can put a post in Introvert's Corner, you can do whatever you need to do, and I will always be here. It might take me an hour or two, depending on what else I'm doing, but I will pick up your message. And it's important for you to know that whatever you're going through at the moment, you're not going through it on your own. Thank you.